Get ready to shift gears, rev up your engine, and put the pedal to the metal. Welcome to Jeep's Project Cars 3 stream. Join us as we speed into the fast lane, take down opponents and push our skills to the limits. With expert commentary, high-stakes racing and plenty of trash talk, this is one stream you don't want to miss. So buckle up, Buttercup, and let's get this racing party started.
Good evening, everybody. So it's 6:45. We are Thursday, the 17th of July, 2025. And I'm just getting ready here to do a couple of laps this evening. So hopefully you guys will join in and give me some suggestion of cars and tracks that you would like me to try out. I am new to this game, and the steering wheel was a donation that I received last week. I do want to kind of get into the DIY cockpit, steering wheels, shifting gears, hand brakes, pedals, all that kind of stuff. I really would like to get in there. My budget is really, really tight. So, anyways, I did play this game a little bit back in the days with a gamepad, but it's just not the same. It really just isn't the same. So, okay, here we go, folks.
Good evening to everyone. Hey mama. I love how enthusiastic you are about getting back into Project Cars. Okay, let's get down to business. Firstly, congrats on setting up your steering wheel setup. That's a big deal. Considering your tight budget, I'd suggest starting with some free DLCs or community-created content for Project Cars. Abdox Graves says, "Hi."
Well, hello, Grave. How are you this evening? Yeah, I'm playing something else. Or trying to, at the very least. Ah. Yeah, well, it was getting repetitive just logging into Wuthering Waves and just doing my dailies, which takes me like 10 minutes. So I figured, let's change things up a little bit. So, how have you been? Hopefully, Italy is still treating you right. We've been having thunderstorms all day today. Now there seems to be a break, but I'm still hoping that the power will stay
Abdox
because the
Graves
power's
says,
been in and out all
"I'm
day.
fine. What's this game?"
This game is Project Cars 3.
Try to make up some ground early on. Keep it clean and keep your wits about you.
Usually I play in road cars, not in GT, because I don't think I'm good enough yet to be playing in this league, but still figure, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. As you can see, I do not have the skills to be playing this game. But hey, practice makes perfect, right?
Sinao says, hello Jeep, nice glasses BTW.
Oh, hello, Sinal. Thank you for the comment about the glasses. We've been having thunderstorms all day today, so I needed the extra lighting, but I don't like having lights in my eyes. These glasses just cut the glare a little bit. Just enough.
Abdox Grave says, is it me or there's some FPS drops?
It could be. It could be. There are some FPS drops because I am broadcasting on the same PC. I do have another PC that I can use. Currently, the PC that I'm using for Eden, I could probably use it to broadcast, which would alleviate some of the staggering that I get at sometimes. Thing is that I don't have enough NVIDIA cards. If you guys want to donate an NVIDIA graphics card for my streaming PC, that would be awesome. Just saying. I'm a very poor person. I'm not a very rich person. So most of my equipment is donated. So I'm a very, very appreciative guy, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do nothing.
Abdox Grave says, what's your graphics card?
A 1080. So yeah, I'm not even in the RTX era yet.
You're in a great position. Let's try to make the overtake this lap. See if you can force an error and slip past. Last lap, mate. Let's go on the attack. Pile on the pressure and force a mistake.
But even with this old graphics card, the game looks good. Except for the stuttering, which I don't get at all when I'm not streaming.
That's your best first sector so far. Nice one.
And in the other PC, I've got a R9 AMD, so it's a very old generation.
Reno Stir says, I thought you were going to go speed on the road.
Hey, hello Reno Stir. How are you? Unfortunately, to broadcast, you kind of do need an NVIDIA card, which is kind of infuriating for me. Because obviously AMD have a lot more VRAM for the price. But Nvidia has the best encoders for streaming, so can't get around that. But also their
Abdox
AI
Graves says,
support for the
a
VRAM is a
1080
lot
is
better.
pretty solid for most games if you ask me. I have a 1650 Ti and it runs a lot of games on medium/high settings. Reno Stir says, I'm doing good thanks, and how is it with you and Eden?
Well, we're both doing very good, thank you for asking. Ah, okay, I need to do better than that. I need a podium finish. It's a very solid card to be playing, but I'm playing and I'm broadcasting on the same PC, so let's say, you know, the game takes up 8 gigs of VRAM and streaming takes up 6 gig of VRAM, then obviously I don't have enough in between, so it transfers it to the regular RAM, and like I got 32 gigs, but there's a slowdown every time there's a transfer. That's what we would call bottlenecks, folks. Oh, I'm losing too many positions here.
Reno Stir says, I've never been good with racing games, but I still like playing them and seeing how easy mode destroys me.
I've always liked racing games, but when I was a kid, you know, the graphics didn't look this good. Dang, I lost a lot of positions there with that. I know I could do better. Well, that was cheating. Cutting through the grass. Oops. Okay, well that was also cheating. Yep, got penalized that time.
Okay, we're catching P2 just 1 second behind.
Oh, don't make me cheat.
This is the final lap, final lap. You can still catch second place. Keep on it until the flag. Nice job, that's the fastest first sector. Come on, big push now, let's fight our way past. You can do it.
Reno Stir says, one thing I liked doing was ramming the other racers with the angle so that I completely skipped the corners. Jetter Gamer YT says, WSP.
Hey, Gamer. Well, I can't cheat on the corners because then I get penalties and then I get reset on the track. And besides, at my age, I just like racing. A good race, a good clean race. Even if I have no skill, I rather play with the skill that I have, you know. Well, it's still a podium finish, folks. I'm still happy with that. See, everybody's got cool suits and helmets, and I just have my work clothes on. So you can see that I'm a poor driver. I could definitely use a sponsor or two. Which you can give some super chats if you want to, folks. If you're feeling generous. Because, oh Lord, you know, I do need the...
Reno Stir says, I never followed the rules, I just played for fun.
Well, that's okay. I mean, games are made to have fun. And play them like you want to if you can. Sonoma's gonna be a hard track. I have not raced here because it's not one of my favorite tracks.
Reno Stir says, I would but I don't have any money. Jetter Gamer YT says, I like to drifting sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have any monies either. Ugh. That's why I waited to somebody give me a steering wheel that I had to repair. But I got it working and it's working, so now I can play car games.
The start could be tricky from where you are, so try and stay out of trouble. Let's stay alert and try to make up some places off the grid.
See, this track is not wide, and it's going to be very slippery with all the sand around. There's not much room for passing
Good
either.
job, that's 8th place. 7th isn't far away.
If I was in the lead, I would not know where to go on this track. Oh, darn it.
Reno Stir says, I never liked one mechanic in racing games because I was either turning too fast, going too fast, or driving a car so bulky or light that I kept failing, and that is drifting.
Oh, no. Okay, well, even if I don't finish on the podium, I'm still going to change racetracks. It's good that I try them out every once in a while. Eventually, I'll come around to learning them.
Reno Stir says, I always choose speed stat when playing racing games. Jetter Gamer YT says, from 5 viewers we got 2 likes.
Yes, folks, so please leave a like. It would be greatly appreciated, and it would help out my little channel. It would also promote the stream.
Last lap, push hard and try and pick off that guy in front. Brilliant first sector, that's your best so far.
Reno Stir says, I remember I once went fast enough to lag out my game because the console couldn't handle the debris. Reno Stir says, when I rammed into a cactus. Jetter Gamer YT says, Reno Stir, what's your fave racing game?
Good job. You kept up the pace. Just keep on pushing in the next one.
Dang it. Okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna redo that one. I'm just not good enough.
Reno Stir
Hello?
says, either Forza Horizon 4 or Center Nitro Fueled. I don't like Mario and Forza Horizon 5 is too smooth. Abdox Grave says, are you watching the Wuva live stream tomorrow? Reno Stir says, Wuva? Jetter Gamer YT says, for racing Forza Horizon Motor Speed, the new ones are really fun.
I might watch the live stream tomorrow. Obviously, if I don't watch it live, why do you want me to do like a watch party where I watch it as it's live and do my commentaries on it? Or do you want me to kind of watch
Abdox
it and
Grave
then
says,
do a review
Wuthering
about it?
Waves. Jetter Gamer YT says, and for open world, Need for Speed and Forza Horizon 3 to 5 are enjoyable, and for the challenging racing game, Blur is cool.
So I could either watch it live and do a commentary on it, or do it afterwards and do a review about it, or just mention it, stuff that I've seen from it in my streams of wuwa, which I should do one because I haven't done a wuwa stream in 2 or 3 days now. I just really needed a change.
Abdox Grave says, a review sounds good.
Because we are Friday tomorrow, so I should have some time on my hands. Also depends always on the weather,
Focus on
but
the lights. Let's try and make up some
like
ground
today I
on
had
the
to do my
lights.
groceries. I've been showers. We lost electricity just as I was gonna go live this afternoon. And I'm like, okay, no electricity, nothing, might as well just take a nap. And all my lights in my house are LEDs. And I got remotes in every room to turn them on and off, but when the power comes back on, they automatically all come back on. So I have to go throughout the house and turn them all off with the remote. It's really annoying. Okay, I am having a hard time driving here. This is another circuit that I don't do really.
Reno Stir says, I don't like Forza Horizon 5 because you don't feel like you're going 300 kilometers per hour going down the highway, and any mistake can obliterate a family of 4.
Yeah, stuff you don't think about usually when you're young. And as you get older and you see all these senseless accidents, So 5 viewers and still only 3 likes, folks. Please smash the like button. I know it's hard, but hey, it's free. Dang, I can't even keep up with these guys on this track. Okay, well this is another track that even if I don't get a podium finish, I'm gonna move on to the next one. It's okay, I'm getting practice on tracks that I am not used to driving on. Like, we all have our favorites, but I do want to get better as a driver and everything else. No grass. I hate tracks that are not wide. Guess why? Because I don't know how to drive. See, this is probably curves for drifting. These curves are so tight that if I had a handbrake, you could probably just leave it in gear and skid all around it. But drifting was never a thing back in my days. Please try not to spam too much the chat. I do like it, but people were complaining that Eden was spamming the chat. So, no more Eden. Well, she's still here, as you can see, because I don't have to read the chat. She just reads it to me. It's like having my own personal OnStar in the helmet.
We'll push even harder in the next one.
So, okay, that was a crappy race, folks. Okay, I'm gonna take a, I'm gonna talk to Nick Atine here.
SugarcaneDefender says, just tried to gain some XP but it's stuck.
Oh.
Reno Stir says, who else had to fend of half their grade just to have a calm Rex? Abdox Grave says, bruh. ShutterGamerYT says, cam off. Reno Stir says, XP uses time not frequency.
Are you sure of that? I'm pretty sure the more you spam the chat, the more XP you get, but I have no idea. You could be right. Then again, Grave was here before Reno Stir, so hopefully now we could go to a track that I know. Ah, I love this one. I love this track. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. For something that's not a racetrack,
Reno Stir says, I've tested it in about 8 live streams. Jetter Gamer YT says, maybe.
so I've spoken to this with Zergamer, but how would you guys feel like if I had a cam for my face cam, a cam for my racing pedals, and
Jetter
another
Gamer
cam
YT
for
says,
my gamer
but
rig?
yesterday whenever new viewers came in I was getting EXP. Reno Stir says, you need to chat within certain times to get the counter to give you XP. Jetter Gamer YT says, per messages.
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work. I clicked off screen to enable the cam and forgot to re-click on the game. So that was a crappy start. We could do this. Oh boy. We could do this. We could do this. Oh, really? Man, I was barely an inch off of the course. Come on. Oh, I forgot to put my
Reno
glasses
Stir
back
says,
on.
I think the feed cam will not have any practical use.
Well, you can see me pressing the pedals and stuff. It's just like the rig cam doesn't do much either except show off my really crappy equipment. Sorry, buddy. Whoa, somebody doesn't know. Okay.
Reno Stir says, my one friend has a PS3 that is running on hopes and prayers.
I don't know what that means, but I don't care what people run as long as you have fun playing whatever game, you know. Not everybody's rich. And it seems our government is just getting richer and richer and taxing us more and more, and people end up poorer and poorer. So especially when you're talking about PlayStations and stuff, okay, some older folks have them now because it's a different generation. But I remember there was a time where it was the parents that were buying the consoles for their children. So you know,
Reno
times
Stir
are
said
tough,
he
and
has to do a whole ritual just for 10 minutes of game time.
when parents have the choice between putting food on the table and updating their equipment, just like me, I got 2 cats. I love them, but this little one here needs a lot of vet bills, so you know, if I didn't have 4,000 bucks of vet bills a year, I'd probably have myself a better sim thing. But whereas I play for 2 or 3 hours a day, if I'm lucky, uh, you know, the cat's with me 24/7, so it's all about priorities in life.
Abdox Grave says, my PS3 died 2 years ago. Reb.
You're really feeling this track now. Nice, smooth and clean lines.
Jetter
there.
Gamer
Awesome
YT
start.
says, Reb.
Fastest first sector you've done so far. Great job.
What is it, Rick? I think my big baby wants to go outside. That sounds like I've been cooped up in the house during all the thunderstorms. Now it stopped raining. Can I please go out? Oh, really? Come on. I was barely cutting the track there.
Reno Stir says, I have a Xbox One S that I got 1 or 2 years after its release, and I have to use a big fan to play games like Warframe Jedi Fallen Order and Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Good job. You kept up the pace. Just keep on pushing.
Oh, I almost feel like I need to restart that race.
Jetter Gamer YT says, agree they are getting hot very soon.
Or not. I'll accept a defeat.
Jetter Gamer YT says, especially if your country is one of those high temperature ones. Reno Stir says, I don't know why my brother did it, but he gave our PS2 to his friend and now we can't get it back because we are 1,200 kilometers away. Abdox Grave says, deep cleaning consoles may help prevent overheating.
That's true, especially if you're talking about these older consoles. You know, it's if they've never been opened up or cleaned, but they may have collected a lot of dust over time. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go and let my cat out, and I'll be right back for this race, folks.
Abdox Grave says, even new-gen consoles must be cleaned on a regular basis.
Okay, well, one cat definitely wanted to go out. The other one, I open the door and he just stays there. So it doesn't look like he wants to go out, but he was caught in this thunderstorm this afternoon, so it's understandable. Okay. Let's get back to this. Put my glasses back on. Here we go. Is this the Glen? Is this the Glen? I think this is the Glen.
Reno Stir says, I recently got a pre-built PC and it seems to have medium specs because it can run high on life with max graphics for an entire day. It might be more.
Well, that's pretty nice. So what did you do with your old PC parts? Send them to me. That's how I have all my stuff, is donations. Oh dang, oh dang. Okay, well that was a
Abdox
very
Grave
bad exit.
says, Reno Stir water your specs.
You're within striking distance. Come on, let's make this happen.
hate these penalties.
Renoster says, all I know is that it hasn't overheated once while running games like Warframe on 4K resolution, but it has 2 graphics cards that I do know.
You have 2 graphics cards on your PC. Do you know what specs those are? Dang.
Jetter Gamer YT says, how it does can run 2 graphic cards in the same time.
Good job. That's
Yeah.
the fastest first sector time.
Unfortunately, my main PC here has only 1 PCI slot because it's a mini ATX. But my old one has like 4 PCI slots, and you could fill them up with
2
graphic
PCs
cards.
Jetter. Renoster says, they aren't very big and I think I can fit 4. Abdox Grave says, it's the case in most gaming laptops. They don't work at the same time.
Oh, laptop. Well, you have one on the CPU that you have to disable to use the discrete one. So only one of them can work at a time.
Great driving.
Oh, that's a
Fantastic
podium,
job.
folks.
Abdox
Finally.
Grave says, they kinda switch depending on what you're doing on the PC.
Okay, folks. Sorry to have to ask for this again, but please leave a like on. Click the like button. Even if you don't like it, click it anyways. Otherwise, you know, you'll have some brown stains in your shorts, and nobody likes that.
Renoster says, the PC I think cost me between $800 and $1,200, but I can't remember the exact price and I'm too tired to do the math correctly.
Zandboard. Ooh, this is a bad circuit. It's a fun circuit, but another easy one to get off course.
Jetter Gamer YT says, just the case or whole setup.
No, that's probably the whole setup. 1,200 is pretty much mid-range nowadays. Yep, you're not going to find any $500 gaming PCs that are real. There'll be gaming PCs, but from 10 years ago.
Abdox Grave says,
Which I'd still be happy to have,
there's
by
a
the way.
website called Can You Run It? It shows you all the games that you can run on your PC. Renoster says, I think it's a Red Dragon build.
Well, there's a laptop CPU called the Snapdragon, or is that in cell phones? A red dragon with B would be MSI. But that's just like either the motherboard or the graphic card. There are no more Formula One races here, but back in the day, there used to be Formula One races here. Now they've all gone to Dubai and Shanghai, and none of these circuits get used up anymore.
Jetter Gamer YT says, if I want to build one for wuwa and Warzone game, how much should I pay just for the case and pieces inside it?
Wuwa, honestly, you don't need much, and you should not pay anything. I would.
Abdox Grave says, it depends.
Yeah, if it depends if you want ray tracing, but I mean, you could go and buy a used PC from 10 years ago and just get a good graphics card in there.
Jetter Gamer YT says, is there any website I can check?
Well, actually, you could go to the wuwa official
YT
channel and
says,
see the recommended
like a guide
specs.
or something.
You could go to the wuwa website and see the recommended specs that they want. But wuwa plays flawlessly on my PC, so... And my PC's 10 years old, so...
Last lap, mate. Push
Reno
hard.
Stir
Try
says,
and take another position
I got
or
lucky
take a
with my
break.
PC setup.
Whoa! Why did he stop there right in the middle of the track? Did he get a penalty and I'm not aware of? Come on! Really?
That is your fastest first sector time. Keep it up.
Man. That was a good race up until there. Until I hit that car that was parked in the middle of the road. I really got shafted by that one.
Abdox Grave says, good for you, man.
Well, I take donations for old stuff, RAM, SSDs, hard drives, spinning discs, old graphic cards, power supplies. A lot of that stuff I can use, definitely.
Reno Stir says, I miss playing G.I. Joe on the PS2 at 2 in the morning while my brothers set up a Lego Warzone.
Okay. Definitely not my generation. G.I. Joe was a show we used to watch on television. And I'm so frustrated, this is one race I'm gonna start over. This track is very tilty. There's massive inclinations and some of the curves here.
Reno Stir says, I have a PS1 replica that has pre-installed games on it with PS1 controllers.
Well, I used to have an original PS1. Okay, so this is turning out to be a derby race. Everybody is smashing into one another. Okay, now that I understand how everybody's playing in this.
SugarcaneDefender
Let's do the same.
says, replica?
Well, it's like the Nintendos. You can get like Nintendo replicas from China and they come fully loaded with all the games and stuff. Although some would say that most of it is Pirates of the Caribbeans. Don't know if you saw that. Oh no, don't give me a penalty. That's... Come on. Not cool. That car in front is a KTM, and KTM used to make really good motorcycles. If I had any budget for any motorcycle in the world that I could get, it would be a KTM motorcycle. Or a couple of them, because they do have a couple. So. But they did have one of a super fast bike that I really liked. No, don't stop again in front of me, really?
Reno Stir says, it is just a replica mold that is smaller with a SIM card with pre-installed games like Rayman and the first GTA.
Okay, I'm giving up. I am giving up. It's a fun circuit, but all these race drivers are infuriating me.
Keep pushing.
SugarcaneDefender says, I see. Reno Stir says, why don't we all just say what gaming devices we have?
Yes, I have one of those. I quit. I rage quit. Man, I love this track, but I hated the...
Decent result, not quite on the podium today, so let's put our focus now on the next race.
Yeah, let's put our focus on the next race. Oh, man. Infuriating. This is the kind of track I would like to qualify but not race on. Okay.
Abdox Grave says, I have a PS5 and a gaming laptop. Reno Stir says, I have a PC Wii PS1 replica PSP and Xbox One S. Jetter Gamer YT says, MHM. Jetter Gamer YT says, well, I noticed. Reno Stir says, Jetter Gamer YT says, those racers won't get penalty alloy.
Well, I think twice that I ran into that the rear of the Ferrari, he got a penalty because he was just on the track, like, stopped
Jetter
both
Gamer
times.
YT
So,
says, and crashes while returning. Reno Stir says, Abdogs see you're number one.
okay, let's try to pick maybe something else.
Jetter Gamer YT says, yeah. Reno Stir says, I'm number one. Jetter Gamer YT says, mine is just stuck.
Well, that's because you didn't do the ritual. You
Jetter
have to do
Gamer
the
YT
ritual.
says, yesterday it was stuck at 50. Jetter Gamer YT says, then I flew 150. Abdox Grave says, you are number one. AM number two. Reno Stir says, you have not been active for long enough.
Yeah, I know I need more practice. You guys are better racers than I am. I finished like number 9 or number 10. If I'm lucky, I finished number 6.
Jetter Gamer YT says, /. Reno Stir says, The highest XP I got was 525 after a 3.5 hour stream where only I was active. Abdox Grave says, well, that will do it for me. I should get going now. CYA next time, guys.
Okay, Grave, you have yourself a great time in Italy, as always. Send me pictures of that Leaning Tower of Pizza. And thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. And let's see what we can do tomorrow for that wuwa's live stream.
Reno Stir says, by Grave. Abdox Grave says, by Reno Stir says, it's pizza not pizza. Jetter Gamer YT says, pizza.
Well, I could put it to a poll question, and whoever wins, that becomes the official name.
Reno Stir says, it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Jetter Gamer YT says, it's pizza.
I love the Mazda, but it sounds like my lawnmower. Okay, I quit. I can't do this circuit. I am so bad. Zandvoort. There's that Zolder. That's... Oh, man. Zandvoort. Okay, I could not put up with the sound of that vehicle. Sorry.
Reno Stir says, I'm not sure what monument I can send pictures of in my nation. Jetter Gamer YT says, Pizzat. Jetter Gamer YT says, it's pizza.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Everybody knows it as the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Reno Stir says, yes, you understand now, Disciple, that it's pizza. Jetter Gamer YT says, no, it's pizza.
Well, in the old days, like a couple of years ago, I could have sent you guys a picture of the Olympic Stadium.
Reno Stir says, come on one Google search and I'm right.
So I could have sent you, yeah, the Olympic Stadium's picture. That way you guys could have known that. Now all I could send you a picture of is probably the town church. Oh man.
Jetter Gamer YT says, pizza is pizza. Reno Stir says, pizza is not pizza. Jetter Gamer YT says, pizza.
Dang it. Yeah, I knew that racing in this category would be above my abilities. I should probably stick to road cars for a bit more.
Jetter Gamer YT says, does the Aston Martin cars good in Project Car?
Well, I would say that Project Cars is a lot like wuwa in a sense that all the characters can be good. So all the cars can be good.
Jetter Gamer YT says, I like some of them.
I mean, some cars will need some more fine tuning than others. But it's mainly about the skills, not about the car. But yeah, some cars do handle better than others, depending on what you want to do. Okay.
Reno Stir says, I like Warframe because the players keep transforming into mini suns.
Now let's pick at least a track that I can I can race on.
Reno Stir says, they call it fashion framing.
So a British car and a British track. This should be okay, right? Now, did you know that the F1 Formula One Aston Martin team is owned by a Canadian? And Daddy bought the team just so that his son could race in Formula One, but Lance Stroll is really not a good racer.
Jagger Gamer YT says, what's the Warframe story about Reno Stir? Reno Stir says, not at all, matching things never seem to work well. Reno Stir says, why do you ask?
Okay, mate, that's P2.
To see if you know the answer?
Jagger Gamer YT says, because I didn't played before and I wanna know some about it, why not? Reno Stir says, Warframe is a third-person open-world multiplayer looter-shooter RPG campaign-based game that you have to play for a long time to make any progress. Shutter Gamer YT says, what's the story? Reno Stir says, not even the day ones fully understand the Wuthering Waves storyline.
Last lap now. Push it all the way to the checkered flag and don't give anyone behind any chances. Nice job, that's the fastest first sector. You've got a 1 second lead, don't let that slip.
No! Dang it. Well, I would definitely say that this Aston Martin definitely has the horsepower. And even though it's not the best handling, I would say it's kind of sporty and fun. That's without any tuning or tweaks.
That was a masterful piece of driving, great job.
Reno Stir says, there's also Teshin and a few others, but yeah, the woman is the most important one.
I don't know what you're talking or referring to, the woman, but okay.
Reno Stir says, victory.
Yep, finally. Had to be with an Aston Martin. I guess I'm gonna keep playing this car. It's kinda wonky though. It goes great, but it's easy to get into a wobble and get yourself into trouble.
Reno Stir says, I can't recall her name. Reno Stir says, oh yeah, the Lotus is her name.
The Lotus is her name. Lotus also used to be a car brand, and they kind of disappeared. Sad. They also used to have their own team in Formula One. They used to have some of the best cars in Formula One. Oh wow, I am definitely not gonna like Shanghai. I hate city streets. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna rage quit this
Reno
race.
stirs
I just
this.
know it.
The most fun thing I have experienced in Warframe was the Necramic.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. This car would be fun with a handbrake. It just naturally wants to drift. I guess it's so heavy in the front and so light in the rear that
Gamer YT says, how long do you play Warframe?
there's a lot of people that play that game. It's a game that I hear come up often.
Reno Stir says, about 2 to 3 years. Reno Stir says, I'm only MR 15 though and a weak one at that.
One more lap to get on the podium. Great job, you were the best out there today, first class.
I hate city driving. That was crazy though. What is even MR15? Is that like the rank? Like you should be like level 60 after 3 years, but you're only 15? Is that what that means?
Jagger Gamer YT says, "You did it well, Jeeps, this match."
Yeah, this one went well. Like I say, it's a fun car to drive. It's a little bit wonky there, but
Reno Stir says, "I hate one mechanic in Warframe, and that is the Kavalich, Sisters of Parvos and the new Techrid dudes, because you need to do a whole quest to summon them, then another to kill just for a useless combo."
after this race, I'm gonna have to go and check up on my cats a little bit.
Good start, good start.
It's a big car, though. It's a big, heavy car. It's like a Viper. Like, I could probably just, with my weight here, just toss everybody aside.
Jagger Gamer YT says, "If it useless, can't you just ignore it, or you must have to unlock it to achieve the others?" Reno Stir says, "I'm supposed to be around MR25, but I did take a few breaks from Warframe, about 9 months of time if you add it up, I guess."
Let's just say if I had to do 70 laps, I wouldn't have any more tires, because obviously this car is chewing up tires.
Reno Stir says, you need to kill the bosses to get better versions of guns and stuff, and I am severely underpowered because I spared my Kavalich and now I have a LVL 60 ally that spawns in after a minute if I died.
One more lap to go, no mistakes now.
Jetter Gamer YT says, so it can't be useless.
Great driving, mate. That's the fastest second sector time so far. You're on the podium. Top job. You earned that one today.
Reno Stir says, you get 2 cosmetics and a stuffed toy I think and the weapon if you kill her, but I didn't, so now LVL 60 ally is being thrown at LVL 110 to 160 enemies.
I just want to play for the stuffed toys. What kind of game is that? Okay, I'm gonna go and check up on the cats. I'll be right back.
Jetter Gamer YT says, sounds too grindy. Reno Stir says, yeah, you can get things called floofs that you can put all around your spaceships, such as the orbiter or railjack.
And what does that do?
Reno Stir says, yet it has a nickname such as Grind Frame.
Yeah, I agree with you, Zer. That sounds very grindy game. And it doesn't sound like it's really worth it either. So it just like I know a lot of people play it, and it's one of the most popular games in the world, but it's like Fortnite. It's like a lot of people play it. It's just not for me. It
Gamer
stresses
YT
me out too
says,
much.
does the game F2P lover or P2W wanter?
Don't worry, mate, you can get those places back. Let's push hard on this opening lap.
This car is not well balanced. The rear always wants to go out on it. It's fun, but it's front heavy and rear happy.
Reno Stir says, PTW is a common route, but FTP is very common and well respected by the older Warframe players. Reno Stir says, I think everything except many cosmetic items can be obtained by just playing the game. Gamer YT says, still P2W is looks better than F2P in that way. All out F2P grinds will be just time wasting.
You're reeling in the gap. This is great stuff. Line yourself and go for it.
Reno Stir says, even then Platinum, that is a premium recourse that can be farmed through PTW players if the trade system is used correctly.
laps. We're in sight of the podium. This is the last lap. Bring it home for the win. You're 1 second behind third place. Great driving. Let's get on the podium.
Jetter Gamer YT says, how do you rate the game from 0/10 totally? Reno Stir says, I like grinding for stuff because it makes your achievements feel good, like the one I recently did by building Oraxia, but the grind was so time consuming that I'm currently taking a break.
That's a podium finish. Lovely job. Nice driving.
Yay me.
Jetter Gamer YT says, grinding is fun, but in the fair way, like everyone have to grind like you to reach that limit.
Actually, on the subject of grinding, Genshin pretty much killed it for me. I am so
Jetter
fed up
Gamer
of grinding
YT
for
says,
nothing.
not someone can pay to skip the process.
I am so fed up of grinding for the sake of grinding.
Reno Stir says, for people who like a challenge who want to play with friends, link because of the story, and for single players 7.8 because the grind is gonna make you hate the game.
Probably the main reason why I am not looking into playing that.
Reno Stir says, you can buy every normal Warframe in the shop with Platinum, but Primes are a different story because you need to get the Prime Pass to PTW, but grinding for them is so much fun. I have 3 Prime Warframes. Gamer YT says, I'll be back around 15 minutes jeeps. Reno Stir says, Hero Prime, Hyldrin Prime, and Lavos Prime.
Okay, I don't know how long I'll be racing until probably around 9 my time. So I think it was 8:15 or 8:20 when I went and checked up on the cats. I'm not sure. But I should have a race or two still left in me in 15 minutes, I'm guessing. And if not, well, I'll catch you tomorrow, Gamer. Thank you for... Oh, I forgot to turn my camera back on, didn't I? Okay, sorry about that. And no, I did not set up the Delgado this evening, so... that's gonna be no help. No! I think that was a white turn.
Defend yourself and stop the overtake. This position is yours.
What? There's somebody on my heels? Yes, there is. Okay. No! Don't go so wide. Dang it. This car is rear happy. Which, in some cases, it's a good thing, and in some other cases... Oh.
last chance to take the win. Push hard. We need the victory.
Honestly, I'm just happy to finish on the podium. I don't know why we need a victory.
Reno Stir says, I missed my baby frame stage because I didn't ask the high-ranking players because I thought they would just belittle me, so that greatly impacted my growth in Warframe.
Well, see, I tend to, well, I've always been that way, but I've always asked for help in games, especially when I start off. But in recent years, I'm always streaming whatever game I'm doing, so usually the viewers are quite helpful. Obviously, you always have the haters, but I mean, at my age, I can easily ignore them, really. I won't be able to catch up to this guy. Ring is quite a challenging circuit. Oh, I could not keep up with him. Oh, actually, Zergamer says he was going to be back, but I see now that the time is like 8:50. I thought it was more like 8:20. In 15 minutes.
Reno Stir says, I never ask for help because people always mislead me and ruined my playthrough of the games.
Well, that's true too. You know, some games are like, oh, you need to absolutely get this character, get this car, or get this whatever. Get this weapon, and you know, you spend all your resources to get it, and it's crap. So yeah, in that case, you kind of want to do your Google diligence and check things out. But how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I take this corner? How do I play this character? What's the optimum rotation? What's the optimum teammates? And, you know, most of the time people will give the best advice that they can. But it's always depending on your preferences too. You know, if you ask me for my advice, you know, I'll be biased to cars that I like driving compared to cars that I don't like driving. It doesn't mean that the cars that I don't like driving are not good. Okay, let's get this done. was so much in a hurry to race this evening. I forgot to put my
Good start, good start.
my headrest in.
Reno Stir says, I once followed someone and I ended up with such a unbalanced character that you could not play it at all because I couldn't take a hit. My damage was high and my speed was so weird because of my moves. Reno Stir says, I was a tank roll.
I don't know what that means, a tank roll, but I believe you.
Reno Stir says, I chose a character that was meant for tanking and he turned my character into a glass cannon that moved weirdly.
Okay. Glass cannons, that I know what that is. Played a lot of Mech Warrior in my days and built a lot of glass cannons. But when played right, they are awesome.
Okay, final lap. The car behind is pushing hard. Don't
Maybe
give
I
them
should
any
get back to
chances.
Mech Warrior too at some point in time. Not Mech Warrior Online, because that they destroyed the game. But they did come out with Mech Warrior Mercenaries, and up until 2 years ago, I was still playing it. I've been playing Mech Warrior on and off for over 25 years now, 30 years. A game in one iteration or another. I think the first time I played it was on 3DO, before PlayStation came out.
Reno Stir says, I like being a supporter type character, but damage based characters are useless in today's games.
just can't shake this guy. Should I be playing from the cockpit as well?
That's P1. That's exactly what we needed. Great driving.
Maybe tomorrow I could drive a
Reno
little bit
Stir
more from the
says,
cockpit.
I have done more damage and killed more enemies more than a couple of times in many games because the damage dealers was useless.
Hey, Reaper. Okay,
Reaper
well, just
says,
because you joined, I'm going to do
hello.
another race. I was about to take one final break here, and I could see a mosquito flying around. Probably came in when I let the cats out. If you see me going like this during the race, it's because I know he wants a piece of me. Have you
Reaper
finished your
says,
school?
longest chime. Reno Stir says,
That's P6. Sweet move.
Reaper says, what a coincidence I started learning to drive.
Really? Planning on getting your driver's license? You learning automatic or standard shift?
Reno Stir says, I would most probably just go pedal to the metal and hit every wall in the game. Reno Stir says, what is Milux?
I have no idea. What is Milex?
Okay, final lap. The car behind is pushing hard. Don't give them any chances.
So other than learning to drive, what have you been up to, Reaper?
You're leading by 1 second. Try and extend the gap. You've just set the fastest first sector time.
Reno Stir says, it was advertised on stream but I don't want to watch an ad that is more than 0 seconds long, so I skipped as fast as possible.
Now that I'm starting to know the tracks, I should probably get used to driving from the cockpit view. Not the same thing though, is it?
Fantastic. Great win. You nailed it today. Brilliant driving.
I still prefer seeing the car from the outside. At least you kind of have an idea. But I guess it's just a question of getting used to it. Well, okay, folks. Thank you all for joining in. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's free to do so.
Reno
Check out
Stir
my
says,
channel and
the longest ad I got was 1.5 hours long, but it was a 10 long ads back to back.
so yeah, check out my channels and check out my other videos and my other live streams and give me a few comments and suggestions. Always open to those. Also, join my Discord. Join my social media. Another great way to join us and let me know your inputs. And also, as you can see, I'm very poor, but I do have a passion for this. So you can help out with the super chats. You can help out by just becoming a member. And or you can also send some hardware if you want to. So you can always reach me. So there you go, folks. Thank you so much for joining in. But it is 9 p.m., past 9 p.m. my time, so time for me to start thinking about sleeping. And apparently there's a Wuthering Waves live stream tomorrow, and people would like me to do a follow along, a commentary on the live stream. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to watch or just do a review. But in any case, if I want to do that, I probably need to get to bed early. So, thank you so much, folks. 2 thumbs up. Thank you all for joining in, and hopefully I see you in the next stream, folks. And don't forget to ring that notification bell.